I just saw Supergirl, so here is a very quick, mostly spoiler-free review. First off, some positive things about it. The costumes and character design look pretty great for the most part. There are some very fun action scenes that I enjoyed watching. The flashback to Argo City was something I thought was pretty well put together, and Lobo's character is pretty good in this movie. Jason Momoa was obviously a very good casting for Lobo, and I feel like he does a great job, though there is a lot of his dialogue that I feel could have been done way better. Speaking of dialogue, let's start off the things that I didn't like about this movie by saying that there are a lot of lines of dialogue throughout that feel kind of weird and out of place. There are also some pacing issues in the story. At several points in the film, it felt like things were being repetitive or just dragging on way too long. I feel like you could cut a good portion of the movie, or at least restructure a couple scenes, and it would just flow way better. Oh, and the settings. The settings in this movie are kind of all the same for the most part. Like, of course they go to a couple different places in the movie, but all these places kind of have the same aesthetic. It would have been way more interesting to see, like, drastic shifts between the places they go on each planet. As for the themes of the movie, they kind of don't feel that consistent. I mean, we do get a good bit of Kara's backstory and how Krypton's destruction affected her, but it doesn't really feel like it had that much impact on the story. And as far as separating her character from Superman, it seems like the whole Clark sees the good in everyone and I see the truth thing is more of an afterthought. It's not really something that's displayed. Rounding things off here, I feel like a lot of the conflict could have been ended fairly quickly if Supergirl used her powers properly. I know she was weakened for a good portion of the movie, but even in those parts, there are still several moments where things could have just been handled way better. Also, I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but at the end of the movie, something happened that gave me pause. Again, not going to spoil anything with specifics, but just something happens that I'm not sure is within her character to do. And lastly, the only thing that I think actually pissed me off about the movie is the end fight. The end fight looks pretty good, like a lot of the action's really great, but the song that is playing during the end fight just fucks it all up. It's not good. It does not fit at all. For my final thoughts, I'd say Supergirl was just okay. It had a handful of good aspects, but there wasn't a whole lot about it that was memorable or exciting. And while a lot of the issues that it has aren't super glaring, they're still there. If I had to give it a rating, I'd say it's a low 6 or a medium 5 out of 10. Supergirl is a movie that I watched. And that's about it.